the game, obviously you're going to review the stats. Is there anything that you've managed to glean, having gone back over all those games to work out what the issue with the start?
Yeah, look, reflecting on the Melbourne game more than anything, we just come out with a little bit of a soft presence with our defense, where previously or throughout the other games, once we've really knuckled down defensively with an aggressiveness, we've been very good. So just coming out with a more aggressive mindset from the defensive end will really set the tone.
What about from a personnel point of view? It's interesting, the stats with Luke when he comes off the bench,
Yep.
it changes the game quite dramatically
Yep.
compared to the first few minutes when he's on the bench. Are you considering throwing him into the starting line?
Oh, look, you consider a lot of things, but besides the first game against Brisbane, we haven't had our full roster available. So, we don't want to be a knee-jerk reaction team as far as that goes. So I really want to see how our group comes together once we have everyone available for a period of time.
So Sean's obviously, Sean's available this week, definitely, yeah?
Yeah, like he's been practicing. So in my mind, if people are practicing, they're playing.
So how exciting is it for you to actually have the opportunity to put the plan into place and have all of those pieces of the puzzle?
Oh, look, it's very exciting because when you're in the off season and you're shaping your roster, you're always thinking you're going to have everyone available. So to have everyone's strengths is going to be exciting. But as I always say, like if someone's out for whatever reason, there's opportunity for someone else to really grab that and add depth to our roster.
We saw how much you missed Tayshaun with Isaac last week. It's going really, really well. Like, what does Tayshaun give you that you're missing when he's not there?
Look, I just think like a calming influence. Like he's an experienced player. He's been in a lot of different situations. So for him to bring, a little stability, a calmness, and he's a very good player. We just haven't been able to see that just because he's really only played in the one game.
We spoke to Bryce the other day about how much he's being held and pushed and prodded everywhere he goes. Have you spoken to the league about getting him a little bit of relief?
Yeah, look, what I will say to that is I got to do my job. Watching the Melbourne game, I did a poor job of putting Bryce in situations where he had to put himself in a wrestling match. It's not for me to decide whether that's legal or illegal, but I got to do a better job of allowing Bryce to move freely.
How do you do that when they were literally rolling the dice, two arms around him?
Yep.
I don't think you can do too much to fix that.
Look, I can certainly try and address how I think we can manipulate the situation to our advantage versus Melbourne United, obviously playing the way that they would like to play.
Have you been surprised at how teams have gone at him so physically and openly physical? Like they're just happy to roll the dice, it feels like.
Yeah, look, in my eyes, he's the best offensive player in the league. So every team's going to come out with their own way of approaching it. So far, there's been pretty common denominator in the physicality teams want to address him with. But to his credit, like he's playing at a high level. So he's finding ways. As I said, my job is to isolate it so it becomes a little bit more obvious.
And Jesse tried to look after him the other day and ends up at the tribunal in a really difficult week for him. How do you focus on the screening side of the game? Have you asked some clarification on definitely what's legal so that no one has to be confused at all?
I think the result gave clarity to that situation. For me, the way I attack that is if we address that, like we talk about screening and it's part of the game. So if I make it bigger than what it is, then our guys aren't playing with a free mind. They're worried about stuff that they don't need to worry about.
And what's it going to take to beat Tassie? We've seen a lot of them because they've played a lot already.
Yes. Yeah, look, I got the utmost respect for Tassie and what Scott Roth and the rest of his coaching staff has done with that roster. But it amuses me how people are still surprised that they win games. But the 50-50s and 1%ers, whatever terminology you want to use for that, they're the best in the league. So if we don't win that battle, it's going to be really hard to beat them in Tasmania.
They've set themselves a standard, haven't they? With their brand is really clear.
Yes.
That, isn't it? Is that what you admire about the way that they play? That you're going to get that regardless of whether it's today, tomorrow, yesterday.
That's the beauty in who they are. Is they're comfortable with who they are. They embrace it, and then they execute it to the highest level. And then when you talk about culture and success, they got the foundation for that.